a comment in one of my last videos from Cade Covington. Thanks, Cade, for this video idea. And his question was, is Greenhead or us, are we ever going to move into 30 and 40 yard dumpsters? My answer to that is most likely not. Definitely not right now, and probably not ever in the future. Nothing against that. I don't have any issue with people that are doing it or have done it, but for us, it just doesn't make sense. So first things first, when I bought this business, there was very, very few, if any, small haulers, okay? So this was a very niche business when I bought it, and Greenhead was one of the only ones, if not the only one, in the area doing this. That's changed a lot since I bought this, and I'm not the only one doing this anymore. But the business is still a niche, and there's tons of guys. I would say 75% of our competition, if you would call it that, don't run smaller than 20-yard dumpsters.
Do you have an absolutely beautiful website, but your customers cannot order online 24/7? Well, that's just gross. Are you calling your drivers every single time and letting them know what pickup and what drop-offs they have next, and just trying to run your business without any sort of automation? That's also disgusting. You should look into today's video sponsor, Docket. There's a link down below. They can help you with all of these things, from websites, online booking, dispatching, all your credit card processing, and much, much more.
A lot of the competition that is running the 30 and 40 yard dumpsters have been around a lot longer than we have. It's not that I'm worried about competition, because we could sell 30 and 40 yard dumpsters all the time if we had them. But my biggest problem with it is it's like a whole nother business to run 30 and 40 yard dumpsters. Yes, we could probably run 30 yards under CDL and this and that, but I'm not interested in doing that. With the equipment that we have and the customer base that we have, if we were to start running 30 and 40 yard dumpsters, we would have to go big, right? Which I'm not against, and we could definitely do. But it would really, really change the dynamic of our business, assuming we kept the under CDL stuff as well, because we wouldn't be able to, the equipment more or less would not be compatible altogether. The truck that I'm in couldn't pick up 30 and 40 yard dumpsters. What Jake's driving couldn't pick up or drop off. I mean, maybe drop off, but not 30 and 40 yard dumpsters. And depending on the truck we get, if we got 30 and 40 yard dumpsters and had a truck for that, it really wouldn't make sense for that truck to be hauling around 10 and 15 and 20 yard dumpsters. So that's one of the main reasons right there, because we would have to basically start over fresh. We would need a specific driver for 30 and 40 yards. We would need a specific truck for 30 and 40 yards. And then if we have one truck and that goes down, and you get the idea. So if you were to do 30 and 40 yard dumpsters, you better go all in on it. The other thing is we're growing what we have right now. These size dumpsters, there is a larger need than we're filling with what we have. So we have plenty of opportunity to grow the business with what we have. So to start something over and start something new with 30 and 40 yards just really doesn't make sense financially, logistically. And again, I'm not knocking anything about this side of the business at all. So don't take it that way. Well, Justin, if you have 30 and 40 yard dumpsters, you can make more money, potentially be more profitable than 10, 15, 20 yards. The answer is yes, but on the other side, no, not really, because I have all the equipment and the employees and the infrastructure to run the 10, 15, and 20 yard dumpsters, and I don't have that for the 30 and 40 yard dumpsters. So yes, in theory, at some point I would be more profitable that way, but in the beginning I still have to put up all the money for the dumpsters, the truck, the extra insurance, etc. So if you compare what I have now to what I would have, you know, assuming I bought all that stuff brand new, I would be more profitable right now with what I have than bringing in 30s and 40s. Now in the future, with those 30s and 40s and the truck, once things have been paid down, or you know, some of the dumpsters bought with cash, or however you want to go about it, yes, I would be more profitable that way. But just because you're getting a higher ticket value from a customer with a 30 and 40 yard dumpster doesn't necessarily mean that you make more money. It's more gross, but we really got to think about the net. And that would probably take a few years to become more profitable with the new stuff than the stuff that we have, if that makes any sense. All right, we got that exchange done. That's going to be a good customer for us, having a dumpster there. It's going to be dumped at least once a month. Getting into more of the commercial side of this business with the dumpsters that we have is definitely an area that we're going to be moving into in the future. And that kind of goes into the moving to 30 and 40 yards. I think that our business, now I'm not speaking for everybody, but I'm just kind of speaking my mind here. For our business, we have so much room to grow, so many areas that we can service with our business, with what we have, or this, not necessarily with what we have, but with the size dumpsters that we have. So growing into 30 and 40 yards, yes, we could grow that way, but I feel like for us, we just need to stay the course, and this might go for a lot of you guys too. We don't want to get caught up in the newest trend and the newest fancy ideas and fanciest trucks necessarily. We need to concentrate on the niche or the business that we have and try to grow that and make that more profitable and grow that bigger. In my opinion, that's the easiest way to grow our business. It's not to get a different size dumpster and get more SKUs basically in our business. It's to expand the SKUs and the size dumpsters that we have right now, and there's plenty of opportunity out there to do that. That being said, if everybody moves to 30 and 40 yard dumpsters, which seems to be kind of like the trend the last year or two, all the guys that started this business, you know, around the pandemic and that time, a lot of people that were
take the second left onto County Road H.
Brought into the business because of social media and YouTubers like myself and many others. If everybody moves to 30 and 40 yards, it actually opens up more business for us that stay the course and remain in our niche.
Continue on County Road H for 5 miles.
Because the whole point of the small dumpster businesses and community when it first started was, I guess, the under CDL. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with over CDL or anything like that, but if everybody goes to 30 and 40 yards, that just opens up more opportunity for us who stay in the 10, 15, 20 yard business. And that's where I plan on staying for now. So I guess in conclusion, this video is not advice, okay? I'm not telling anyone what to do or how to do it. It's not advice at all. These are just thoughts and things that I think about. And keep in mind that the dumpster business is a pretty boring business, like a lot of businesses. It's not that exciting. And I know I'm guilty of this as an entrepreneur, chasing the next big thing. You know, I think in the dumpster business, a lot of people that have started are guilty of that too. And I'm not saying that it's a bad thing, but it can be. There's an old saying that says, if you chase 2 rabbits, you'll catch none. If you chase 1 rabbit, you're way more likely to catch that rabbit. You kind of get the idea. This is a boring business, and I think in some cases we get ahead of ourselves trying to make things more exciting and chasing that next new and biggest thing. And as an entrepreneur, that's what gets us to where we are in the first place. Taking those risks and trying new things. These are very important characteristics of a good entrepreneur. Once you find something that works and is good, be very, very analytical in thought when you think about changing that business. Because when you find something that works, changing it isn't always a good thing. Continue to do what we've been doing, do it better, and do it more often. That's my conclusion, and that's exactly what we're going to continue to do. Like I said, I'm not saying that I would never get into 30 and 40 yard dumpsters, and at some point when we reach the point where we can't grow the dumpsters sizes that we have, I mean, that might be the only opportunity for growth. But I think a lot of people that are switching into the 30 and 40 yards, there's plenty of opportunity to grow their business with what they have, the dumpster sizes that they have. So let's try to just concentrate on that. And good luck to all you guys out there. I appreciate you for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.